Welcome to PaintScratch.com. In this video I'm going to show you how to order touch-up paint from our online store. So the very first thing you do is you go to our home page at PaintScratch.com and you go to where it says Start Here. You want to select the year, make, and model of your vehicle. In this case I'll go for a 2010 Audi A4 and then click Find Your Color. On the page that comes up, our Select Your Color page, you'll see the colors that are available for your Audi. And in this case, I'm going to look through the list and I'm going to see, okay, there's a couple different reds. I think that I've got Brilliant Red, so I'll click to select that. And one thing I want to do before proceeding to the where I order products is I'm going to want to verify that this is my color code, this LY3J/C8. And so what we have here is a little place where we'll tell you where to find that color code. So I click that and it will bring up a pop-up which will show for 2010 where you can most commonly look for your color code. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to go and look at foreign vehicles, and for Audi I see it's number 9, and number 9 looks to be in the trunk. So what I'll do then is I'll go out to my Audi, take a look in the trunk and see what I can find. And it won't always be that exact place, but basically I'll just want to make sure I find that color code and I verify that that is in fact the color code for the paint I'm ordering. So once I've gone and done that, I've verified that's my code, I'm going to go ahead and select the products I want to order. And there's two places you can go. You can either select your products with a guided order system, or you can go to this next one if you know exactly what you want to order. So I like to do our guided system just because you can describe your paint damage and get recommended products. So I'm going to go there. Okay, so here we go for my 2010 Audi A4 Brilliant Red. I'm going to look through and just figure out, okay, what kind of paint damage do I have? And in this case, yeah, I've got a long, thin key scratch. Some jerk keyed my car. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, click that, and what that does is it brings up a list of products that you should order if you want to fix that kind of damage. Okay, so I look through this, looks like what's what I want, and now I click Add Items to Cart. Okay, great, so now I've got those items in my cart. I can see that the subtotal is $28 plus shipping, the total $35 of $19. Well, okay, that sounds good, way cheaper than hundreds of dollars at an auto body shop. I think I'm going to give it a try. So the next place I go is either to secure checkout if I want to check out with a credit card, or I can also go to PayPal. So let's just go to the secure checkout for the first time. So here's our secure checkout system. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and you'll enter your information. So you enter your first name, last name, just the typical things you would enter into a checkout form. You want to make sure that your billing information matches what's on your credit card. And then of course if your shipping location is the same as your billing address, you just click this little box. It'll pre-fill all these fields for you. Enter your email address because that's where we'll send you your receipt and communicate with you if there's any issues with your order. And then you'll go down here, enter your payment information, which is secured with our 256-bit SSL encrypted connection. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click Review Your Order. Okay, so now I get to the Secure Order Review page where I get to make sure that the shipping information and billing information that I entered is accurate. So the first thing I look at is underneath this yellow note, which I've used to hide my personal information, which I'm using on this test order for this video. Alright, so I would take a look at that, make sure that was okay. Then I would take a look at the secure payment information that I entered and make sure that that's okay. And assuming that's good, I would then scroll down to the bottom of the review page, and there I would take a look at the items that are in my order, and I see that it's everything I added earlier. Great. And then I would look at my subtotal, and in this case you'll see that I was charged some sales tax. That's because PaintScratch is a Nevada corporation, and as a Nevada resident I get charged sales tax. However, if you're anywhere else in the country, you're lucky. You don't get charged any type of state sales tax. Alright, next thing I do is once I feel good about this, I click that I agree to the return policy, and then I click to complete my order. Alright, my order is complete. You're now taken to the PaintScratch thank you page, And here you'll see that your order is complete and that you now have your receipt coming in the mail. You'll want to make sure that you check your spam box in case this receipt doesn't show up in your email. And you'll also see that we provide a couple links here. You can check out Touch Up Paint directions. You can go ahead and you can look at some of the feedback we've received. You can follow us on Facebook. It's a good way to connect with other people who've used our products. You can then take a look. You can even print this page as your receipt. You can take a look at some of these other options. If you want, you can register as a regular customer. You can send us comments or suggestions, or you can tell a friend. So at this point, you're all set. Order should be on the way soon, and we want to thank you for becoming a PaintScratch customer. And if you have any questions at any time, you can always email us on our contact page or give us a call. Thanks.